Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we're talking about Xbox Series S. So, we haven't really covered that a lot on this channel. It wasn't until today when I actually started thinking about this for a minute. So, like, if you are still gaming on a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One, the base models, would it be an upgrade to actually get an Xbox Series S? Well, we're going to get into that. But first, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started with it. So, yeah, my thoughts on that, honestly, actually are if you are still gaming on a base last-gen console, yeah, I believe the Xbox Series S would definitely be a next-gen upgrade for you. I would even go honestly as far as to say if you're gaming on a PlayStation 4 Pro even, it might actually be a next-gen upgrade for you as well. The fact that you are now getting on Xbox Series S 60 to 120 frames a second gameplay with the higher fidelity visuals that, let's face it, if you're still gaming on 1080p on a 1080p TV, this thing's going to look great for you. So, I have bought an Xbox Series S. I did buy it for my daughter. And every now and then I'll go in there and, kind of just see, how the games look and how they play on there, on her TV. Me personally, I don't think that putting an Xbox Series S onto a 4K TV is going to be the ideal way to play that. But if you go out and get yourself a 32-inch 1440p monitor with 144 hertz refresh rate, yeah, that's going to be amazing. Not only that, but the Series S is capable of using all the features that the Xbox Series X does. So you get VRR, you get the auto low latency mode, you get, smart delivery. You also get access to Dolby Vision if the TV you have supports Dolby Vision. I don't know. I really don't think that you're going to be able to access that on 1080p. And maybe there's a monitor out there that would give you that, but I mean that is going to be reserved more for like that 4K experience. But I mean, when you're talking about next gen games and the power of the Xbox Series S to be able to bring you that experience, like I have full confidence in that now. After playing some of these games, on my daughter's Xbox and, kind of just comparing them across, from console to console and seeing the difference of them, it's actually a pretty decent experience. You're going to be able to, there are a few, drawbacks to this, storage is going to be a little bit limited. The way it sits right now, if you put one Call of Duty and maybe two other smaller games on that console, it's full. You do have the option to buy more storage, and it is a plug and play card. You plug it in and it works just fine. You can take it out, you can hot swap it. As well as having like get yourself one of these 8 terabyte hard drives, and then you could play all the backward compatible games. Not only that, this Xbox Series S actually enhances those experiences as well, just as the bigger Xbox Series X does. Series S is a real bang for your buck. Definitely an amazing value. If you couple that with a Game Pass subscription, like say you're a PlayStation guy, you got a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 4 Pro. You're one of the ones that are still waiting to try to get a PlayStation 5. Do I think that you should buy an Xbox Series S as a stopgap, seeing as they're more readily available? Not necessarily. Do I think that you could definitely start enjoying some experiences, in far greater, like better performance, like Call of Duty, stuff like that. Some of your older gen games, yeah, that's definitely going to it's going to give you that experience. And if you do couple that with a Game Pass subscription, you can definitely get an amazing value out of this, out of that. But to use it as a stopgap till you can get a PlayStation 5, I don't know if I'm comfortable enough telling you to do that. First of all, I don't know what your money situation is. I don't know if you've been saving up to get your PlayStation 5, and I don't want to see you go out and put all your money on an Xbox Series S if your heart's content. If your heart's set on getting a PlayStation 5, I don't necessarily think that would be the best bet for you. My advice would be to continue to hold out until you can get your PlayStation 5. Do I think that you would enjoy the experience? I mean, if you're a casual gamer and that's what you just want something to play and you want like, definitely, if you're a casual gamer, I definitely suggest the Xbox Series S or the X. Definitely the Series S is going to give you a pretty good run for your money. If you got a 4K TV already, yes, I highly recommend the Series X over that, or the PlayStation 5. The amazing value that you're going to get with a Game Pass subscription with the Series S is pretty freaking amazing. You can literally jump into hundreds of games for the cost of, the system was like, what, $321 is what I paid for that one, plus the $15 a month. So you're like under $350, and you can play hundreds of games. Download them right to your console and start playing them. And I mean, you just barely got Back 4 Blood yesterday as part of that Game Pass subscription. So I do think that the Xbox Series S is one heck of a freaking console, and definitely worth a look, especially if you're a casual gamer, or if you're still playing on last gen base hardware. It is a major step up. So if you were kind of on the fence, about like, oh man, like I want to get a 4K TV and I want to get an Xbox One X, or I want to get a PlayStation 5, I'm telling you, man, like if things are not where they should be in life right now, definitely, man, like get yourself the Series S. You're going to have a next gen experience. You're going to get higher fidelity visuals. You're going to get games that range from 900p all the way up to literal 4K on the Xbox Series S. The console is capable of it. The PlayStation 4 Pro is a 4 teraflop machine. The Xbox One S is a 4 teraflop machine. But the new architecture in the Xbox Series S is pretty potent. Like it does work. And the things that I've seen come to it, and the things that I'm playing now, and the experiences that I've had with 60 frames per second, there's no way I could go back to last gen consoles to being in that 30 frames per second category ever again. Like I couldn't do that. Just that is big enough game changer to really enhance your experience to a point where like you're like, wow, like playing Steep at 60 frames a second, or Assassin's Creed, an open world game at 60 frames per second. It completely changes that experience for the better, like in every single way. I mean, yeah, my advice is definitely, if you are on a last gen console, it's a big enough upgrade and a low enough price point to where you can really start enjoying next gen gaming fairly reasonably priced. So if you like this content and you found this interesting, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, go ahead and put them down in the bottom. I'd love to answer whatever you need to know. So thank you. See you in the next one.